Ambassador Puri was just saying there could have been back channeling. There could have been doing this behind the glare of the cameras. Surely something other than the situation both countries find themselves in, where literally what Canada is doing at this point is drawing in India's top diplomats, India's top officials, top leadership of government, into a criminal investigation. No country can be expected to respond to that with a sort of sanguine calmness. I mean, of course, India would have been enraged.
Well, I agree that they should have and could have worked this out behind the scenes at a certain point, but that's far behind us now. It's now, in diplomatic terms, they've gone nuclear. After you've expelled the junior diplomats, now you're expelling the senior. Where do you go after that? A deep freeze, a diplomatic deep freeze, and a disaster for both countries. Trudeau, by the way, and this is important here, starts with some severe disadvantages, two disadvantages. First, his own personal standing is at rock bottom. He's very unpopular in Canada, set to lose the next election. His time is up. He's been prime minister for a long time. Canadians are ready for a change. That's what they're telling the pollsters. The second thing is that, of course, Canada has this long and unpleasant record of looking away from Khalistani violence and just tolerating it, pandering it to Khalistanis, to the point that today in Canada, yes, it's completely normal to parade through the streets on Vaisakhi Day with life-size pictures of the mastermind of the Air India bombing of 1985. 300 civilians wiped out for nothing, completely innocent civilians. There's a very serious record of violence and murder, not by the Indian state, but by Khalistanis. And this time it seems that Trudeau has decided, and the Liberal government has bought the idea, that the problem isn't the Khalistanis, it's the Indian government. So we all understand that this is how it's been interpreted as going nuclear by the Indian government. On the other hand, I must tell you that there are two problems for India as well, both of them severe. And those two problems are the trials upcoming. One of the alleged murderers of Hardeep Singh Nijjar in Surrey, British Columbia last September. And this is going to expose probably who paid them. We're going to find out. These four punks aren't going to, sacrifice themselves without trying to make a deal with the prosecution to give them information in return for lighter sentences. That would be the norm. That's what we can expect. So that's one trial. The other trial is that upcoming of Nikhil Gupta, who is now in U.S. custody after the filing of the U.S. FBI Department of Justice indictment, alleging that that Indian officials, intelligence officials, hired Gupta to use his criminal connections to find a hitman to take out the head of Sikhs for Justice, Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon, and as part of the same plot, don't think it's a different plot, Hardeep Singh Nijjar. This was the same plot to take out a number of Khalistani figures. So there are big risks on both sides. But for the Indian side, I think everyone should remember that these trials are going to be conducted in the US and Canada, and the truth is going to come out. And we're going to find who paid these people to commit murder. So India is justified and has been for years. I agree with this, Baka. Justified for years in thinking that Canada has been lackadaisical in going after the Khalistanis. Well, now they're going to see that they might be a little bit more energetic in going after the Indian government and its proxies.